Ah! Oh, why? Hello everybody, and welcome to another Pokésaur mini episode. At the time of recording this, I am still editing the previous Pokemonsters video. If you have watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, just that little intro there. I hope that didn't offend anyone. It's just an idea that came to me while I was editing, and I thought, I'm just gonna do that. Anyway, let's go to the video. And the dinosaur of today's video is Dilophosaurus. So, okay, let's get the most obvious thing out of the way. Dilophosaurus isn't the one you would think of, specifically Jurassic Park. It was larger, it had 4 fingers instead of 3, and it lacked both a neck frill and the ability to spit poison. As far as we know, there is no concrete evidence that any dinosaur of the Mesozoic deployed poison for either offensive or defensive purposes. The skull of Dilophosaurus has a kink in its upper jaw which suggests that it had a certain diet or attacked by holding onto its prey, very much like modern crocodiles. As the name suggests, double-crested lizard, Dilophosaurus has a pair of thin, bony crests on top of its head, which may have been used for display rather than fighting, so it is likely that these plates would have been brightly coloured. So yeah, I do find it surprising how different the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus is compared to the real counterparts, but either way I still think that it is actually a little bit more notable, the Jurassic Park one. I don't know, like, it's basically just a dromaeosaurid with 2 bony plates on its head. I don't know, it just doesn't grab my attention like a lot of other dinosaurs. Anyway, let's see what this animal would be as a Pokemon. Again, I am very sorry if I pronounced either of these Pokemon's names wrong, but yeah, you probably would guess by now. This small Pokemon hides in the low shrubbery in the forests to avoid predators. It hides its arms under its petals to make itself look defenseless before attacking its prey. It's a baby cactus Pokemon! Wait, we have one of those, don't we? Did we? Oh well, I like this guy better. He's so cute. Look, baby. You know, you. I think the only thing is, he is meant to look cute because you go near him and then he attacks you. Death by cuteness. Anyway, Dilophosaurus is more of a bulky Pokemon than something offensive. I mean, it makes sense because look at it. It's not really that swift, is it? Or is it trying to deceive me? Anyway, its ability Startle was something that I made up. So it works more like a lethal Intimidate because, well, I won't go on too much about it, but generally I see a lot of bias towards physical attacks but not special attacks. I mean, just until recently there's not been that many abilities that reduce the special attack stat of an opposing Pokemon. So I thought Startle might be just something to give it a bit of a kick. So the typing Grass Poison does open for some opportunities to have very offensive moves. So if you're thinking, I'm not really sure what this thing would learn as a grass type move, but Poison could be Poison Jab, Poison Fang, Toxic. Oh wait, that's not offensive, that's status. For Grass, basically Spore? I think I've done it again. I think I forgot to say Dilophosaurus or Dilophosaurus or however you pronounce it. I'll know when I get to editing. I mean, I know I can look back at these audio files, but yeah, I'm just lazy. This Pokemon snakes into the shrubbery, waiting to spray its prey with paralyzing venom before making the kill. Okay, I know the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus isn't accurate, but as I said, it's just, I find it more interesting than the real thing. So of course I'm not surprised that the artist is going to use that in this design. And the design of Darlapintura is actually quite an interesting one. He didn't just like put a typical lizard neck frill on it, but actually used a flower called the, I hope I pronounce this right, the Datura, or Datura, no idea. To be honest, I didn't do any research into it. Like the artist just told me what flower they chose, and yeah. So the design for both these guys are inspired from Kong Skull Island skull crawlers and Bulbasaur and Salandit lines for a reptilian yet very plant-like design. So again, I was given the opportunity to just give this thing a little bit of a bio. So for Dilophosaurus, I decided to make this Pokemon a mixed attacker, although with a little bit more of a special attack due to its ability to spray venom. Also, a lot of grass type moves are special. Although not the fastest, Darlapintura is quicker than most Pokemon, I think, being able to do great damage to its opponents. Again, I think Startle, I know I made it, but I think Startle is a great ability. I mean, annoyed by any special attackers that will sweep through your team, just send this guy out. I mean, Poison is quite a good defensive typing, especially if you're against anything fighting or grass, bug, I think. Yeah, anything like that. And yeah, a little bit of smart brain, big brain time, bit of big brain time. If you're clever, you can actually force your opponent to switch out with this ability, so you can lower your opponent's offensive stats, they switch out, and then you can corner them, because if you give this thing that's got a super effective move, like, I'm not sure, it depends what your opponent switches out, you got to predict it. Preparation is really big in the competitive game. Stench is actually, so if you're on for a more less gimmicky approach, I think that's how you call it, use Stench as an ability, because flinching only works if the defending Pokemon moves first, believe it or not. So since Dilophosaurus is actually quite fast, of course you're more likely to get a flinch. For moves, I would recommend Fake Out for some chip physical damage and potential flinch. Wait, potential is guaranteed at the first turn. Petal Blizzard if you want to go really crazy with the grass stab, and obviously Sludge Bomb for another big stab. Yeah, I think personally this guy would work best as a glass cannon, and quite a fast one as well. I would like to thank, and I apologise for butchering the name, Alphonse118, or is it Alphonse 118? I don't know. Anyway, I'd like to thank him for designing these two Pokemon for the video, and please check out their social media. I'll put the links in the description, but you also see them on the screen as well. So I'm trying something a little bit different with the endings here. So I'm wanting to end these videos with narration just after finishing the video. And yeah, this video was held back because a lot of the audio takes I was doing was, I thought they were quite bad quality, but then a friend of mine who checks over my audio says it's perfectly fine, and I'm just thinking, oh, okay, so I didn't need to worry. Also, the good thing about having these endings is that I can say that I thought Dilophosaurus is actually based off a cactus, but in reality is actually based off certain bulbous sacs from certain frogs, and the use of frogs is a reference to Jurassic Park's method of putting together DNA, filling those gaps with frog DNA. And yes, if there's any artists who would like to take part in the next video, please contact me by social media or by email. And any artists who took part in either the main series or mini series are just welcome to take part as well. And thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it, share it with your friends if you want to give this video more exposure, and if you want to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media, in the past, present, or even future. I will see you there. Goodbye!